everyone! Today I'm going to show you how to do at-home manicure to get a really professional looking manicure that looks very neat, looks very tidy, doesn't have a lot of, boo-boos and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you how I do my nails all the time. This will save you a lot of money as well, so you don't always have to go to the salon to get your nails done. You're going to need a couple tools with this that I'll show you during the video. If you want to see how I do my nails and show you how I file my nails, how I trim my cuticles, and how I apply the polish like this without getting, mistakes everywhere, then just keep watching. To get started now, I've just removed all the nail polish that's on my nails, and I'm going to first file them into shape. Now I've gone for an oval shape, but however, you can also file them. You can file them straight across for a very square shape. You can also make a square but then have the ends slightly rounded. But I like to have them, at the moment I'm wearing them in an oval, just a normal oval shape. So how I file them might be a little bit hard. I just file just to make sure that all the edges are smooth. I'm using a file like this. Okay, this is a glass nail file, and they're just better than those cardboard nail files. Those aren't very good for your nails. So I like to just make sure that the ends are nice and round. Maybe I can show you this way. Now some people like to file from one side to the other, they'll start at the outside and go this way. But I file both ways because I find that the glass nail file is actually very gentle. Okay? Just want to make sure all the corners and stuff are even. What you can also do is if you have, sometimes you can flip your nail around, and then I just like to take the file and file them this way, because sometimes you'll have little pieces of the nail that are kind of sticking up, if that makes sense. So I file them this way as well. And that kind of just gets rid of sometimes little pieces get stuck underneath your nail. So once you've filed your nails in a shape that you're happy with, you can just take a buffing file. Now this one is just a cardboard one. It usually has some different textures on either side. So this is really good if you have some nails that are starting to peel, because then you can just kind of smooth it out. This is now buffing on top of the nail. Okay, so you're kind of just smoothing out ridges. Sometimes if you get splitting right at the top or something of the nail, or you just get peeling nails, you can just smooth out the nail. Now I don't do this every single time, because if you overdo this, if you do this every time that you do your nails will actually get weaker, because what it does is it removes kind of the top layers of it. And because this nail buffing file has different strengths, so this one is kind of a medium one, and then afterwards you can follow it with a really smooth one, and it just kind of makes them also shiny. So we're going to move on to the next step, which is doing the cuticles. Now you want to basically even out the cuticles, you want them to be really smooth, and you don't want them to be growing over your nail bed. So what I like to use for this is this product. Maybe you can see it there. This is the Sally Hansen Instant Cuticle Remover. This you can get at most drugstores in North America. So what it is, it comes in a squeezy tube like this, and you just squeeze a little bit of this stuff around your cuticles. Okay? So I'm going to apply that to all the cuticles. It's a clear gel, so it probably won't show up in the video. What this does is this softens, I don't know, it's some kind of a chemical reaction, and it softens the cuticle skin. Here's my thumb. It softens the skin, which then you can just kind of scrape away. Again, don't do this too frequently. Don't do this every single day or something. I think it says on the back to do it maximum once a week or something. So you're gonna leave that sitting there for about a minute or so. Yeah, actually it says between 15 seconds and 1 minute. I like to leave it on for about 30 seconds. So once I've kind of let that work into my cuticles, I'm going to take just a cuticle stick. It looks like this. These are called orange wood sticks. You can get these at any pharmacy, and what you're going to do is you're going to just push back the cuticle, and because you've applied that gel now, the cuticle actually just comes off. Sort of like the excess stuff, like the added, like just the skin and stuff kind of comes off. I know that like sounds really gross, but it's basically all that kind of dried up, calloused skin. It just comes right off. So if I can just show you that stick, I don't know if it'll focus, but there's like a bunch of gunk on that stuff now. That's kind of like the dead skin. So I just kind of wipe that off on the towel. And you can do that to all your nails. And this is really easy. So this is like my little miracle product. What you can also do with this product, if you have on the back of your nail, sometimes the skin part will kind of start growing up here and it'll just kind of start building up. You can use the same cuticle remover and you can just apply, if you have it, you know, growing up here, you can apply a drop of that here as well and scrape it off, and that stuff will come off right away. I like to do this just when my cuticles start looking really ragged and just really dry. And this just makes them a lot smoother than if you use cuticle trimmers like those clippers, because those clippers are like very harsh, like they leave a really harsh edge. And this one just makes a much smoother edge. Okay, so after I've done that, you want to just rinse off your nails. So I just went and rinsed them quickly under just some lukewarm water. And now if your cuticles at this point aren't looking so great, you can use a cuticle trimmer like this, and just any parts that are kind of like sticking out or something, you can just take them off, or you can use a clipper or something. But if you maintain your cuticles, like if you take good care of your cuticles by using a cuticle oil and stuff, that really shouldn't happen. What you can also do is to enhance that effect, you can just soak your nails beforehand in just like a bowl of hot water or something, and that'll also just help to soften them so that they'll be easier to take off. But like, okay, for example, here's like a little piece that's sticking out. I just like to go over it with one of these like cuticle removers, and it'll take it off, or you can use clippers as well. I just can't find my clippers right now. Okay, so that takes off like the little tiny little pieces that might be left over. So yeah, your cuticles should be looking a lot neater now and not, you know, growing over your nail. And if you applied it back here, they should be looking like this, back to normal, okay? So then you want to start with your base coat. Now base coat is really important because it just makes your nail polish last longer, and it also prevents yellowing. So my nails are a little bit yellow because I wear nail polish a lot, and that's normal, but I use a nail base coat all the time, so they're not too stained. The one that I absolutely swear by and that I just love is this one. This is by Nail Tech. I'll put links on the side where you can buy this. This is my favorite one. It's Nail Tech Foundation 2. The foundation comes in a few different varieties, so you can buy the different varieties for different strengths. I like the number 2 because this one is good for peeling nails. And as soon as I don't use this, my nails start peeling. So for me, this personally really works, and it kind of makes like a sticky kind of base coat, so it really helps to make your nail polish like really stick very strongly. So alright, so you're going to put on a layer of this. So just going to get some of that out. Alright, and then you just want to apply a coat of base coat to all your nails. Alright, so you see this part is already dried here on the front. These ones have already kind of started drying. So the nail looks matte. It doesn't look shiny. Okay, so once that's on, you're going to start doing the color. Now I have chosen one by O.P.I just because it's a really bright red, so it'll be easier to see. So what I do is I start, hopefully you can see this, I start kind of not right at the end. I do one long stroke, okay? I don't start right at the base, I leave a little bit of a gap. Then I take the next stroke and I just do it right beside it. Then I do the third stroke, just like that. Okay, and then I just kind of even out the top. So I'm basically, with 3 strokes, I'm covering the entire nail, and I leave a gap on all sides so that it doesn't get onto my cuticles. So I'll show you again. You do the first stroke, really even, okay? Turn to the side a little bit, I do the second stroke. And then I do the third stroke. So this is called the 3-stroke method. So I don't have it on any of my cuticles. Yeah, I don't have it on my cuticles, and it's just really nice and even. And for this to work, you just need a polish that's like really good consistency. So it can't be too dried out or anything, because once your nail polish starts drying out, it'll be really hard to do this technique. It needs to be kind of more on the fluid side. Now, if your nail polish starts getting thick, add some nail polish thinner. Do not add nail polish remover, because that's not good for the nail polish. It'll ruin your nail polish over time. You can get nail polish thinner at almost any, drugstore or beauty supply store. And you can just add a couple drops to it, and it'll make your nail polish a better consistency again. So the nail is the same. So I'm just going to get a bit more because my nail bed is quite wide on my thumb. There's the second stroke. And the third stroke, that one wasn't very good, so I'm just going to go over that a little bit. Like that. So as you can see, I'm leaving a gap, and that gap is what makes it not go onto your cuticles. Okay, so the first coat of polish has dried. It doesn't need to be completely dried, but just like a little bit. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the second coat, and now is like a really good time to, if you made any little, errors or something, now is a really good time to kind of fix them, like to smooth out the sides. Because the first one is kind of just like the foundation, and then the second coat is kind of like the one where you should get it really perfect. So the second coat also just deepens the color. Now some nail polishes you might need 3 coats depending on, the quality of the polish. Some of them are kind of sheer, so if your nail polish is still looking kind of sheer after 2 coats, then go ahead and apply a 3rd coat. So now that's done. So as you can see, I don't actually have anything on my cuticles. So this is really just a matter of practice, like I said. Especially if you do it once on your other hand, it won't be quite as easy. But just keep going at it, you'll get better with time. Alright, so now I'm going to actually apply top coat. Now the one that I like to use is this one. This is called sèche vite, which just means quick dry in French. And this is an awesome top coat because you don't have to wait till your nails are dry to apply it. Like, these nails are still wet, but I can already apply this polish, or the top coat, and it really dries the nails very quickly, and it also makes them like super shiny. So I'm going to just get that, and I'm going to apply that. And this is just clear, so you can use this, of course, this top coat with any color that you have. And then you just want to make sure it's really even on all the nails that you did. Okay, so I have finished the nail polish on both sides, alright? So now my nails are pretty much done. Now the last thing that I usually do is, once it's completely dry, usually takes about 10 minutes or so, or 5 minutes with this top coat, because it dries really, really quickly. Then I like to just finish up with some cuticle butter or cuticle cream. The one that I really like is the Burt's Bees Lemon Butter Cuticle Cream. You don't have to use this particular one if you don't have it. Another really good one that I've heard about is one from Lush. It's called Lemony Flutter. You could try that one out. I've heard good things about it. And you can also use, other cuticle oils. I think the one from Solar, there's one called Solar Oil that's really good. This one is just like a cream, and it smells really good. It smells like lemons. And I just like to take a little bit of it, and you can just put it really just around your cuticles. So I'm trying not to get it onto the nail just so it doesn't dull it down. But yeah, I just like to kind of just dab that right around my cuticles. And this is a really good, I like to do this also right before I go to bed. so that it gets the cuticle oil or the cuticle butter gets absorbed at nighttime while I sleep, and that just kind of maintains your cuticles. It'll keep them soft. And you can take this along with you as well in your purse or something, and then if your cuticles get dry or something, then you can just apply some of it. So that's pretty much it. There you can see the finished manicure. So it looks, it looks pretty professional, I think. What you can also do is if you do get some, nail polish or something on the sides, what I would recommend is you pick up like one of these kind of corrector pens. This one is by Essence, which is just a drugstore brand here, and basically they look like pens. This one I've already used it a couple times, but they just look like pens, and the tops are dunked in remover, and then you would just kind of paint it like along where you got, like, let's say you got some some stuff here, then you just remove it with these pens, and these pens usually have a couple replaceable caps on the end, so there's a couple more in there, so once that this one dries out, then you can just replace it. And these are really easy to do quick fixes, or like if you get along your cuticles and stuff, you can easily remove it. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Try it out, let me know how it goes, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, bye!